Now that we've had a couple of days to reflect on the holiday rush of consumerism, did you find any good deals? Or would you be more like me and say, I didn't really, find anything that was that impressive? Or I just didn't find anything that was really worth dropping my money right then and there for. I mean, I took a peek on the ads online and in the paper, and I did surf a little bit just to see what was out there. But I think that we're all spoiled with the rock bottom prices of eBay and Amazon year round. And what I've determined was that almost every case of the situation here is that Amazon's regular price or eBay's typical price beat the Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday's prices. And I think that's one of the reasons within the prepping community, there was pretty much none to my knowledge. There may have been some that I don't watch, but none of the channels that I watch, like I've said before, I have about 55 bookmarked prepping channels on YouTube that I follow real closely. And none of them had any kind of like alert video saying, hey, look at this deal on this website or look at this deal in this brick and mortar store. There was none of that. In fact, there seemed to be, to me personally, like I said before, the deals were sweeter on Amazon and eBay, just on a regular basis than what you saw with the sales promoted. Now, sometimes the sales were not that far off, but just the fact that you could save a few pennies and you didn't have to drive and get in the middle of crowds and wait at a checkout, it's a lot better. It's a lot better. And so, and even in the fact that you may not have to pay sales tax depending on where the item is being shipped, especially if it's like eBay or Amazon. And so you can save some time and money by buying online. Now, I'm not saying you should buy everything online. You should definitely support local businesses. I'm all for that. I don't want all the local businesses to go out of business because we buy 100% of our stuff online. Some things we just typically kind of have to. There are grocery services that will send you your groceries through the mail. So pretty much a lot of things, if not the majority of things, you can just do all online. But there still are some things you kind of want to do in person. Maybe you want to just try the clothing out to see how it fits. It's hard to go to an optometrist online. You kind of have to go in person to do the test. You kind of have to go to see how the glasses fit on your face. There are some things that at this particular point in time, you just have to go to the physical place. Just like to like work, there's a lot of most jobs, in fact, you have to go to work. You can't just work at home. And so I've just noticed, though, that there seems to be a smaller and smaller incentive, if not in many cases, no incentive to go out in the hustle and bustle on Black Friday, because sometimes just the regular price on Amazon and eBay blows away or at least equals the price on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And yes, there's pockets of deals that were better than the regular price on Amazon and eBay. I definitely saw a few things here and there that were pretty decent. And you could tell that they were probably a very limited deal. And it was probably one of those loss leaders, as they call it, just to get you into the store in the hope that you'll buy other things at a higher price. But when I was actually physically at a Home Depot, I was actually able to surf on Amazon in particular and compare prices. And I can tell you there was not one thing that I found, with the exception of a couple power tools, that were cheaper at Home Depot. The Leatherman tools, they had this big old humongous special, according to them, of like the Leatherman Sidekick and so forth. And they were not cheaper. And by the time you pay tax and you have to drive to the store and go through the hassle of the checkout, it's just completely not worth it anymore. And I think what we're going to see in the future, this is just a hypothesis, that these big sales in brick and mortar stores will probably start to dwindle because people will just get so used to the better deals online. And when people start waking up to that, I think it's going to hurt the economy a lot more on a local level, unless those stores on a local level have a website and participate in that cycle of business. Because I think eventually, like 10 years from now, there would be very little traffic on Black Friday. Just because people are going to go, it's cheaper online, it's less hassle online. It's just all around a better experience, why partake in the hustle and bustle and the hassle? And as we've seen in the news over the years, people get in fights over stuff. There's riots. People get trampled to death, literally, at stores, especially at Walmarts. Shootings, all kinds of things. You're so vulnerable in a lot of ways because you're so distracted trying to get the deal. You get your pockets picked. You get robbed. I mean, there's so many things that can happen in these environments. And so I'm not saying you shouldn't go out and be part of, whatever your town or city is doing, but I'm just saying just be mindful of what you're trading just to save a buck or two, or maybe not save anything at all. Maybe you're actually paying more and you've been duped by the whole Black Friday mystique. Thanks for watching.